Well, here we are, folks.
Well, hi.
Welcome. I hope
Show's gonna
y'all are
begin.
having a good night.
What in the world is going on?
Um,
There we go. All right. All right.
you hadn't noticed, we are live. And
No.
if you want to come hang out with us, this is where you need to go. Mid States Live on YouTube at Mid States Collectors Club.
So you're putting the link to watch us live on the live show that you were
I know
producing.
it's kind of weird.
You see the problem with this, right? If they're already watching it, then they already have the link.
Well, yeah,
You need to post that link somewhere else so that people come
I
from that.
did. I put that
All
in like
right. Well,
four or five different places. But anyway, so what we're going to talk about tonight, folks, is very simple. We're going to recap the weekend that was at Elmwood, and then we're going to talk about some Des Moines stuff, some Hayes stuff, some Wahoo stuff. Um, Stacy Craig is going to join us live on the show to talk about the Des Moines uh, weekend. And Rick is going to join us as well, but he's just going to be in chat. And uh, he'll tell us about what's going on for Wahoo. Lots of good things as well. And then, of course, as always, we'll take your questions and comments and anything else you want to share with us tonight.
definitely.
And that's going to be the show for the most part. And then
Yeah.
we do have two announcements for y'all. The first one is that next week we will not be live on Thursday, but we will be live on Friday at 7. So please make note, live Friday.
What is
Live Friday.
Are you like? Is your table like? Are you? What are you doing? Because your camera's going like this, and
Well, it's not very stable, so every time I move, it
well,
moves the.
it's making a like a ding 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 every single time it moves too. So I don't know if you're shaking your leg or what over there.
Oh, there might be something bonking into something.
Hmm. Oh well. So, anyways, this weekend that we just came off of was a really, really, really good time. I mean, Elmwood was a rocking good show. Um, Found a couple of things. I know you found a couple of things, but I mean, let's talk about that show. Or do you want to wait a little bit and talk about something else?
Now let's talk about the show.
Because we had how many
Um,
people was it through the door?
157,
Yep.
which was 3 less than the last time, which is perfectly good.
Yeah.
We had much better weather.
Oh yes, most definitely. The weather was really, really nice. And it wasn't super windy, which is normally a problem. It seems like every time we go to Elmwood, it's always like a wind tunnel, but this time it wasn't that. It wasn't windy at all. I mean,
No,
the weather was great. The roads were perfect. It was the perfect storm where you have great weather. Everybody was able to find it real easy. It was just it worked out really well. All the vendors were there and everybody showed up and the buyers came in and enjoyed the show and we gave a lot of stuff away this last show. So that was a lot of fun. We gave away 3 gold cyclones and
yep,
Mr. Dell got his race team mid-states button-down shirt, which is really epic.
yeah. I mean that was awesome. If you didn't see the pictures, I highly recommend that you go check out my post with my thoughts on the show,
Yeah.
and that's where those are at. We had $150 winner for the split the pot, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Um, Steve Fleur won the vendor prize, which was a good prize for that for
Yeah.
just being a vendor, which is always a plus.
Oh yeah, free stuff for just being, for coming to sell cars and get something for free. That's always a cool thing.
Let's see the monster truck track. We
Oh,
gotta
that
talk about that.
that thing was fun. I even kind of played with it a little bit and sent a couple trucks on through, and it's neat because it kind of has the same premises of like the old school track sets where it had the motorized wheels, and the Hot Wheels would be grabbed and chucked through, and it'd go around the loop, and then they'd fly out the other side, kind of thing. basically it was the same thing, but in monster truck form with like two big wheels. So it hit those and it just launched those monster trucks. And they were going around a curve and then jumping across an opening and upwards at that. So it was really cool. Kent, you got to unmute yourself.
Okay, here we go.
Just
the track
stop
was a
doing
lot of
that.
fun.
Well, it'll be fine.
They stayed on the track well. They played well. Everybody was having a lot of fun. There was lots of kids around it. So Deb hit a home run there.
Oh, yeah.
It'll work. It worked out great. We'll have that again in Omaha for sure. Yeah, it's okay, Rick. We'll see you Sunday in Wahoo too. So we'll have him on here in just a second, asking questions about the Elmwood or the Wahoo show.
Yeah.
The other thing that we're going to have at the Omaha show is I think we're going to try to do the scavenger hunt again because that was fun.
It was fun. Possibly. We'll have to talk about it. Might have to bring some ducks out of retirement.
Yes, ducks got to be out of retirement too. I mean, let's talk about what we found because, oh my, the amount of awesomeness that was found at the show was crazy.
Yeah.
I know I walked away. I think my best find was the pink Datsun from the RLC, pink party Datsun from Dallas. That was a great deal with that. I know Diecast Diehard. He was one of our winners as a attendee, so he got that. He got the Summer Smash Deco delivery.
Yeah.
And he had a couple other cars that were just crazy. We had a couple big buyers come in and bought out a lot of collections from folks as well, which, that was cool too. That was really awesome to see that. And the folks that did that, they just don't buy one person out. They buy from almost everybody. So they spread it around pretty well, and they were very happy. So they got to show off what they found, and I was like, "Oh wow!"
Yeah, they say have a lot more than I think I do.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's possible. And
I didn't think it was, but I think that they might have me beat. So
the other thing I really wanted to say was, vendors were awesome. They're super friendly to everybody. The collectors were awesome to everybody, to the vendors, to each other. Lots of help as well.
Yeah.
And, the only really negative that we had as far as the show went was there was an item that went missing. I feel bad because we never want anything to go missing at all, ever.
Nope.
And
PJ, what the world?
If you are watching tonight or you get wind of this, do the right thing, return the vehicle. It wasn't cool. And if not, we find out you're probably not going to be asked to come back ever.
Yep.
That's my down moment for the day. What was your highlights?
Just getting to hang out, getting to hand the gold cars out and give Dell his shirt. I got to say that was my highlight of the entire show. The downside was the same downside, but we're done with that for now. But yeah, it was a great overall show. For the majority of it, it was amazing. There was kids running around having a blast, and adults running around having a blast. There you go. I think my favorite pickup from the show this weekend was from our next week's guest. I got it from him. I got the SEMA Buick Regal from M2, which I was really happy about. That was my favorite find. So, hey guys, how are we? Don't mind. I can't. PJ's popping in on a Thursday night. Well, sure, got the night off or something.
Probably.
That's all I'm thinking
right.
is Chad's got the night off.
Okay, so I don't know. Well, the only other thing that we've got going on is obviously July 20th, we will be set up as the club will be set up in Omaha at the Firefighter Union Hall off of I-80. Now, is it? It's off Grover and what, 68 or Grover and 70?
60th.
60th. Okay.
60th and Grover.
60th and Grover. All right. Well, we had awesome time there the last time we were out there. We had over 300 folks. It was our largest show by far. Great location. Lots of great vendors. So we're kind of hoping for that again. We do have some things down the pike for that, but we're not going to put those out just yet.
You're going to have to keep coming back and checking out what's coming. So there's going to be some cool stuff coming down the line.
Yep. And with that, I don't have anything else club-wise going on. If you want a club car, we still have a few Mustangs left.
Yep.
We have a few Datsuns left as well. If you want one and you hadn't gotten one, let us know, because we're going to take these down to St. Louis with us as well, because there were some friends that wanted to get some, missed out on the first opportunity, and we're going to use the Mustangs as part of the club car exchange on Friday at the chapter meeting too. So if you want one, you better get one now, because we don't know if they're going to be around when we get back. Yep. Of course, we also got shirts as well. Oh, one last thing regarding shirts. How many of y'all saw Miss Lily running around in her puppy shirt? That was pretty cool. I don't know if we got a picture of it. We definitely should have. And if you saw it, it was really cool. There's a possibility that we could have more of those made as a one-off type basis. So if you like them or you thought they were cool, let us know, and we'll go from there. All right. So that's all that I had. Again, thanks to the Quonset for hosting us as well. Let's talk about Saturday.
All right. We're going to make it's a quick 2-hour drive. And for those that hear me say 2 hours and quick, no, trust me, it's really not that bad of a drive. And that's, I live out in the middle of nowhere, so you got to account for that. So if you live in Omaha, it's less. So, but it's an easy drive. Just run right down 80 there, and it'll take you right over there to Des Moines. And the church is minutes off the interstate. Hey, can't close your little window there.
Yeah. Oops.
But
Oops. Okay.
Come on, man. There you go. So yeah, we got free admission. Doors to the vendors at 9. Oh, so we have to leave here by 7.
I know, we got to sleep in.
Score. Sleeping in sounds amazing.
Okay.
Doors to members at 10. Doors open to the public at 11:30, or that's a little late, but that's fine. 11:30 works for me. Eastside Church Nazarene. Yeah, it's a great show. Please, if you guys and gals are looking for something to do on Saturday and you want to take a quick drive, by all means, run down there, because you'd be surprised what you'll find there. I mean, I was hunting for cars that I couldn't find at Nationals, and I never found them anywhere around here, but I found them in Des Moines, and they were super cheap, and they were great condition. I think I paid $5 each for the 2 cars I picked, or for the 4 cars I picked up. You'll never know what you're going to find. So please, by all means, check it out. What?
Hey, let's have this Stacy guy on. I think
there's a Stacy guy? Where's he come from?
I think he might be able to elaborate on some of this.
All right. Well, I'll look at there.
Look, there's that Stacy guy.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Not too bad. How you doing?
Good, sir. So, what's going on this weekend? What can you elaborate on for your show this weekend, or the All Iowa Club here?
Well, we got our show that we do 4 times a year, and it's trying to think. What do you want me to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, we have our show
So-
we have every year. I mean, obviously you guys have been coming for a while and been members for a
Yeah.
while. And I mean, it's a great show. We have a lot of, like you said, you never know what's going to show up at the show. There's sometimes you'll see a bunch of red lines on the card, tons of loose ones. You'll see a bunch of black walls. You just never know. A lot of new stuff usually shows up. People are really out and chasing them, and they show up at the show. It's kind of cool to see all the different stuff that comes in, and people that bring in and set up at their club members at the show. So,
okay. So can you explain real quick for everybody your times there where you had 11:30 and
11:30 is for
non-members.
11:30 is for non-members to set up and to come in, and it's 10:30 for members. Club members come in at 10:30. 9 o'clock is set up for vendors, and at 10:30 is when we have the club members come up, and then 11:30 be non-members. So
Okay.
that's why it just kind of
Cool.
spatters it out. Give everybody as a club members the opportunity to come in and do some shopping before non-members come in. So, and then you have your regular people that have been there to have a chance to do some shopping before the crowd comes in. So we
Okay.
played around with a couple different times, but we've kind of done with this 10:30 right at the moment. So I mean,
Okay.
we bounce it
Perfect.
back and forth a few times, but trying to make everybody happy. You can't make everybody happy. We just do what we can. So
That
Yeah,
sounds
pretty
good.
much.
Now, for your members that are coming, do they have to have their badge to get
Yes.
in?
yes, it's very helpful for people at the door. If they would try to bring your lanyard or at least have your membership card, so we know, because people will be checking them off at the door. We'll be there at the door and we have a membership list, and we kind of make sure that your member is coming in. We've had few people try to sneak in, but I don't want to keep anybody away, but it's just fair to people that pay for a membership.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That sounds awesome. Now, do you offer like any raffles or anything for the kids?
We do have a pretty cool kid zone. We had one lady come in and join club 2 or 3 years ago, and her name's Anna. She does a great job with the kids. She always has activities going on, and we usually have really good turnout for the kids. And to me, I think it's great. She does a great job with it and does a lot of activities. Raffles, yes, we always raffle off. Usually about 2 or 3 things, anywhere from older convention cars or try to raffle off something kind of cool. This time we're going to do. We have, like on your side, you said you had some T-shirts. Trying to do an experiment with some T-shirts and hats. See, I got a hat on. I'll probably raffle off a T-shirt and a half. I'll probably do some cool cars, a couple cars or something like that. So
There we go.
we don't really know until the day. We just kind of, what are we going to do today? Let's do this, this, and this. So we just kind of make a decision that morning, or we'll do it tomorrow night. So
Okay. Now, you guys typically used to do a meeting before it was full on show. Is that moved now to a different night, or are you still?
Yeah. We have on our All Iowa Hot Wheel Collectors Club page, it'll be a live feed with our club meeting, and we just have a quick half-hour, 45-minute meeting and talk about some of the activities and some of the things that we discussed. And instead of having it during the show, we've had a meet. We used to have it during the show, and it kind of slowed the show down a little bit in the morning first thing. So we decided to move it to Friday night, the night before. We're there at the church getting stuff organized. We have a setup, so we have a meet. Just kind of what you guys do. We have it so everybody can come in, chime in, and have any questions or anything like that. So we do that Friday evening at 7 o'clock.
Okay, so we've got 2 questions. Brent, I got the first one up, so if you want to read it off to Stacy.
Well,
It's from Mike
Jones
Jones.
is looking. He said, "Counts a Bluff show in 2025," and I don't know of any shows that are in Council Bluffs in 2025 personally.
Maybe he's asking if the club's going to have one, if the Iowa club's going to have one out there.
It was, as you guys have been club members for a while, and you hear about the pop-ups that we do.
Uh-huh.
We kind of doing some experiments around the state. Like last year, we experimented with people in Eastern Iowa. We always have people, hey, why don't you do something over here on this side of the state? And as you all know, we have people that come from Kansas City, Twin Cities, obviously the Omaha area, Quad Cities. I mean, I've had people that contacted me. It's come up from Florida, Branson, Missouri. I mean, just because they like it, like you guys also put your shows out, try to put them out a year ahead of time, 6 months to a year. People like that, and they can plan accordingly. But
Yeah.
pop up, somebody mentioned to me about trying to do something over on that side of the state for the All Iowa Club. I mean, I know you guys do it in. It's great you guys are doing it in Omaha. I love that.
Yeah.
I know the fireman hall. I've been there at toy shows before. Nice little facility, and I know they had to rebuild it and all that, but I think that's a good stable place to do it. But somebody mentioned about Council Bluffs, and I said, well, see if you can find just a small place or something. We'll see if we can do a pop up. Who knows? Work with you guys and try to have maybe a joint pop up somewhere. Who knows? Just something different. Trying to get different people to come to the show and try to get something kind of over in their area. So it's not so much of a drive for them, but it's just if I have some time, I'll do it. But Cedar Rapids was a success when we did it in Cedar Rapids last October. We had about 300 people, 325 people, something like that, which is great. For first time, I told the people over there, if we're going to do this, you need to help us promote it. And they did. They got out. So what I like about that is that get those people to come to the pop-up and have them eventually come to the show in Des Moines. That's kind of what my goal is when we do something like this. So,
heck yeah, that's pretty
but Council Bluffs is somebody brought to my attention about it, and I'm like, do you have a location? And a couple people said, yeah, and I said, well, I'd be willing to listen and talk to them, and we'll see what happens. So it's something kind of in the minor works. I don't know Mike Jones. Don't know him personally. I think I've met him before once, but it's somebody mentioned something about that once. So okay.
So my question is from PJ, and he wants to know if
PJ's on here. He's not working. What's the deal?
No, better yet, he's not in LaSure's auction. He must be saving money for nationals.
Yeah, he's in save mode. Will there be T-shirts available? That was PJ's question.
Right now, I'm working on. I tried to get a few T-shirts made up. We have there's some 3 different colors. I just kind of made some up, and we have hats. If you can see a hat, so I got camo hat. This hat. Barb was the one that kind of behind this a little bit. She designed this T-shirt that I have. It's got the little. I don't know. Let's see if I can show it to you. You guys see that?
Oh, there you go.
Wow,
basically that's the front. That's the front, and it'll also be a bigger logo on the back.
Very nice.
So it's just something we're throwing together. I tried to get with some of the people I know that are going to the convention in the Iowa Club too. That I know you guys go, but I know you guys promote your mid-state shirt. But they
we fly all the colors that we roll with. So
yeah.
This is one of the hats.
That's nice.
And I'll show. I got a camel hat, that hat, and just some things we thrown together. Camo.
Oh, there you go.
Definite woodlawn pattern.
And that's
that's not bad either.
And one of the guys in our club kind of does T-shirts a little bit, and we always like trying to support people in our club, help them out a little bit to make a little bit of money on doing this. So he has the press, and he's done some of these for us. So they will be displayed there. Some of them will be displayed there at the show, and we'll have a few extra shirts for sale. Not a lot, but I can't get a hold of everybody. I mentioned a few people reached out to him, and I never heard back from them. So it's just kind of a spur of the moment thing. But Barb is wanting to take a picture, which at the Nationals with all the club members, just kind of have a one-shot picture. So just trying to do this for some of the members that'll be there at the show, at the convention. So
there you go.
Very nice. Okay, PJ also had a follow-up. He wants to know how much they'll be.
I'm shooting for, if you get a hat and a T-shirt, be $30. T-shirt probably just be 20. Okay. Hat probably be like 13, $12 somewhere in there. Gotcha. But going forward, there will be a sign-up sheet. Just kind of put your name down. Stuff. What are you laughing at? Something's going on.
Oh, I'm just reading the next comment. I'm not seeing all the
comments here, so I bet I'm hearing who's on there tonight.
Well, Rick says double for you, PJ. So.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, PJ. For you, it's $40. How's that? That sound better? But anyways, I'm going to have a sign-up sheet for people that are interested, and then I'm going to have them put their name and phone number and what color we have. Color and what size, and then I'll get with them after the show. I'm not going to have a lot of time to do a lot of that at the show, but we're just trying to, going forward, I'll try to we talked about maybe doing a T-shirt day at the shirt for local people in the Des Moines area to try to help get them a T-shirt, but more to come on that. So
there you go.
Okay. Evan says he's got a surprise for both you and me, and it's not him not being there. So I can only imagine what we're going to get from.
Yeah, I'm a little worried.
Me too. Mike was just a follow up here. He was saying that maybe it could be a cross sports card diecast event because he runs a local sports card show. So that's another possibility as well.
Oh, the Council Bluffs area. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jim says it's ducks. Oh, Lord. More ducks. I think we're going to make ducks all over the place in St. Louis.
See what you started? You guys started all this. How long ago? Who was the first one to start all this? Wasn't you? Who was it? Who started? Give us a story. The story of the actual ducky people. So okay, I wasn't at that show, but I know I've heard more and more about you guys. You do this to some of your members in your club. So
how this originally started was out in Ashland, and it was just something to do to pass the time in the afternoon because we all know it's slower. Yeah, that guy right there, that PJ guy, he was the first target. Now, the credit for the game goes to Hot Wheel Hunter, Terry, and Reagan. They're the ones that came up with the idea.
Awesome.
And they're the ones that started it. And they got him so good and so frustrated that it got to a point.
It was amazing.
It got to a point where we're like, we got to stop it.
Yeah.
But there's a 4-pack Protecto that has 4 ducks and the Mulan card back in it.
Has 2.
And so that's the kind of like, I don't know what that is. I don't know where that came from. But with each show, we went and picked somebody else. And it got to a point where I think people were like, yeah, this is a bit too much. But I think out in Fort Dodge, we got Evan really good.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I think Reagan at one point dumped a bag full, and I think I dumped a bag full while he left and went to the bathroom. They were just everywhere.
And there was the one show that the Grinch dumped a whole bunch of them on, I believe that was PJ's table.
Yeah.
I can't remember whose table it was, but yeah, the Grinch was pouring them out of the bag.
And the Grinch didn't care. He just walked right up and dumped them.
Yeah.
But yeah, the credit.
Yeah, it definitely goes to those 3. They started the whole thing. And, after the first time we did it, we needed a target duck. And we were out hunting one night before a show. And that's when I found our big blue duck that travels with us. And that became the target duck. So he got to be used as a target duck. Well, now he's just kind of blue and he just kind of rolls with us. And, he'll be there in Des Moines this weekend.
Yep.
And
then always on your table. I remember always on your table when I come around, get a chance to walk around. I see him.
Yeah.
Big old blue duck on their table. So
yeah. And he'll be running with us down to Wahoo. And then, he'll be rolling with us all the way to St. Louis. So he's going to get to travel this year. And,
that's awesome.
Yeah, but it has gotten a little overwhelming. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking at 5 different colored large ducks right now, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 or 8 ducks just in my basement, and I don't have a Jeep, and I'm not a duck person, but I keep getting them, and then.
He's freezing.
He's froze.
I know. Oh, he's coming back, I think.
Oh, he's slowly coming back.
He's still frozen on my end. He'll probably end up dropping out and then come back. Blues made it on the road a couple of times. I remember I took him on his first road trip to Oklahoma, and he got mad because he didn't get to have McDonald's Wi-Fi. He didn't get to have donuts or chocolate milk or Chick-fil-A. He just got the leftovers, but he found a few cars down in Kansas too.
Cool.
So, I mean, we have fun with it. That's the whole point of all.
Oh, that's what it's all about. You got to have something it breaks up the monotony at a show when it's kind of slow at the end of the show and it dies down a little bit. You got to have something to kind of joke around a little bit. That's what makes it all great about everybody that's there. You can joke around, have a good time. That's what it's all about. fellow collectors and stuff. So
Exactly. Now, speaking of which, is at the end of the show, I know the last show you had asked some of the vendors to kind of help clean up a little bit. Are you still needing that kind of help again?
yes, usually I ask some of the vendors if they could. We always need help, wrestling tables down. If they just take a table down, pop it down if they have a chance, and set it over against one side of the wall, it helps us a lot when we have to go back and put things back. You have to kind of pick them up, put them in a stack, and have them there in the gym. And we got to haul some tables back into the classrooms down the hallway. So, I mean, last time was great. Everybody helped out. It helped us out. It's just we try to get out of there. Our Doug is kind of the one that takes care of the church for us there, and he has to be there the whole time. I try not to stay there any more later than we have to for him because he's worn out like the rest of us during the day. So being there all day, and he's cooking food and stuff. And the church is also having lunch. I think he's doing if I remember right, walking tacos, and I think he's doing sloppy joes, and I can't remember what else. He hasn't got everything lined up yet, but
I know the foods are usually pretty good around there, and it all goes to support the church. Again, for those of you who are kind of joining in here late, doors open at 9 for vendors, 10 for members, and 11:30 for the public. They'll have a short meeting the night before, so just go on to the All Iowa page. If you're not sure where it is, they've got this handy dandy QR code. Hit the button, and it'll take you right to the page, and then you can follow from there. Again, it's 1451 East 25th Street in Des Moines, or otherwise known as the Eastside Church of the Nazarene. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to text or call Stacy, and he will get you any information that you need. So let's bring him back.
Please be. Sometimes I do work during the day. I've had people call. You know how it is. I'm sure Kent, you've probably been through the same thing. Somebody wants a table and they want an answer now. And it's like,
right.
I get a call at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm out at work and I ain't got time. I try to get back to everybody as soon as I can. I mean, sometimes it might be later on that day or maybe the following day. It all depends what goes on. So I always have to realize I do my best and realize, and we run our club we have volunteers, we have officers, and obviously we've got another crew of officers. If I can name their names real quick. We have Jack's our new vice president. Ellie, his wife, is our treasurer. Amy Whitfer, which you guys know, she's our secretary. She was voted in this year as our secretary. And then Todd Fogelson's one of the guys that helps out, one of our man-at-arms. And then we have Terry Hess does a lot of our newsletter, and then Shane Coates helps out with a lot, doing our flyers and doing some promotional stuff on.
And you'll have the radio. You'll have the radio too, right?
Yeah, there you can thank Terry for that. He's been all excited. He's picked up a couple new speakers, so he tries to make sure he can hear it all through. So he likes playing a lot of the our music kind of stuff that he does, and the Beach Boys, and just he livens it up a little bit, mixes it up. So I think it's a lot of people like the music playing while we're having the show, so it's pretty cool. So
awesome. Okay, so any last things you want to put out before we go on to the Wahoo show?
No. One question I have for you guys: what have you guys seen lately this year on attendance? Has your attendance been pretty good?
Seen it kind of holding. Mm-hmm. It's holding steady. Weather is a predictor. Some of it is, I don't know what Brent's doing, but he's playing peekaboo, I think. Some of it is fundage. Let's be honest, with the current economy and things like that, people got to take priorities. Bye, Brent. He'll be back, I think. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
Go ahead.
I'm grateful for everybody that can make it.
Mm-hmm.
I encourage people to bring others out and just sit back and have the fun. So what about you guys?
I mean, obviously you guys know I collect other things besides Hot Wheels, but it seems like the collectible industry is kind of going down, not down, but people being cautious with their money. which I understand that with the way of the economy, they don't know what's going on, and don't be scared. Just be smart buying your collectibles. Some people I know get a little carried away buying stuff sometimes, but collect
Yeah.
what you like, collect what you enjoy. Don't be scared of it. Just keep the hobby going. And just enjoy the hobby as much as you possibly can. But I guess collects sensibly or cautiously, I guess. But responsibly.
Responsibly.
There we go. That's the word I was looking for.
That's a bad word.
I know it is. But I wanted to
All
make
right.
another shout out too that Barb, I know Barb Robles, everybody knows her. Everybody knows her when she goes to convention. She's one of our she's still behind the scenes with the club. She helps out a lot, and she's always our club car guru and helps us get that organized. She will be there at the show, and she's going to help us organize some of the club cars and hand them out for some of the members that have. She's going to be volunteered to help us out with that. So she's still going to be
Awesome.
there. She's going to do her best to be there most of the shows as much as she can. But she is one busy woman with the convention, and she told me it's been nonstop for her. So, and she's trying to get it all geared up for the convention coming up here in a few weeks. So,
Yep, that is definite for that as well. Well, Stacy, we like to thank you for coming
sure,
on and sharing about
no
the
problem.
show and about the Des Moines Club. We tried to do something different this go around because,
Yep.
like I said, Brent and I can talk about it all we want, but it's not the same as hearing it from the leadership as itself. So, again, we thank you for coming on. You have a good rest of your night, and we'll see you Saturday at 9 a.m.
You betcha. You guys have a good night. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, it's back to me again. All right, so Brent's going to just type in from here. Our next guest is on the road, so we don't know if he's going to have a good enough signal, so we're just going to ask the same questions, and we'll put them up there on the screen for everybody. Rick, are you still here with us tonight? If so, just pop in a quick comment and tell us a little bit about the show in Wahoo on Sunday, if you would. And while he's waiting to do that, we haven't ripped a car yet, so might as well rip one of these. This is the 66 Chevy Impala. Now, it's already come out as like a premium mainline or the Silver Series. Now it gets the full Real Rider. Brent says he's going to try to get back here. So while we're waiting for Brent and or Rick to come back on, I'm going to rip a car because I got to get practice in because we're going to rip a whole bunch of stuff in St. Louis. There you go. That is the 66 Impala. The first time I saw this, I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was the Dart or the 74 Brazilian Dodge Charger, and then I looked at the front, and it's clearly a Chevy front. So there you go. There's that car as well. Okay, so here's Rick, and he says this is his first time trying to host a show. Looking for a good turnout with the swap meet. I think that's going to be pretty awesome that it's the same day. Actually, it'll give folks who go to the swap meet a chance to have something else. Hopefully they promote it on their end as well as on ours or on your end, Rick. And while we're waiting for him to do that, let me get back into here, and we are going to share the screen here and there is the flyer right there for everybody. That way it makes it a little bit easier. Wahoo is in eastern Nebraska. It's probably it's 25 miles from Omaha, 25 mile-ish from Lincoln, north of Lincoln. There we go. Real easy to get to. I think you take Highway 6 or you can take 275 out to 77 as well. It is at the Eagles Club, and the address is 140 West 5th Street in Wahoo. So pretty easy to go. I don't think it'd be too far of a stretch for you to come there, Jim. Just whether or not Amy lets you or says it's okay. How many tables, or how did you describe this? Because I don't think you use tables. You use the word booths, Rick. So tell us how the show is set up here, if you would. And then while we get that going, I know he had, I think they're set up in kind of like an L. You get 2 6-foots and a 8-foot. And then he's had some single tables too as well. 16 vendors booked. And are there any openings for folks? So if you have not gotten a table, please reach out to Rick. Let's fill this thing up. I mean, more vendors means more people. More people means more vendors. We got 2 open. Okay, there we go. So if you guys want to expand, or if you want to, if you don't have a table yet and you want to do it, go for it. I encourage everybody to support the show. I encourage everybody to go out, hang out, and have a good time with it. I think this is something different. So let's go out there. Again, the hours are 10 to 3. What time can... you're welcome, Stacy. Glad to have you on. Rick, what time can people come start setting up at the venue? And while we're waiting for that answer, hopefully Brent's done resetting that router. Maybe we could get a Christmas miracle here. Are we excited for nationals? I mean, we are less than a couple of weeks, I think. We are literally we're like 12 days away, folks, from being there Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon. I talked to, okay, perfect. Saturday night, 7 to 9, Sunday at 7 a.m. Yes, 12 days, Brent. We are 12 days. I talked to Roy Lee Friend Jr. today. He sent me a nice picture of a Prius and said he was thinking of me. I really appreciated that. And for those who don't know, that is what he calls me because, well, we sure saw a lot of Priuses in LA in 2018. But it's better than Brent's nickname, Scooter. With that being said, I'm looking forward to seeing Mike Barnes, T-Cat, getting to watch the Hardy as always, and just the camaraderie. Got to think about getting prepared for Thursday night and the dinner. May have to get new buffet pants. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Oh, there's going to be a raffle from something that you're selling. Tell us about the track that you have set up. I saw a picture of it, and tell us what the concept of the race is. It's not a traditional 2-lane race or a 4-lane race and the first one down. So tell us, Rick, what is this race about? It's a distance competition. So kind of similar to some of the videos from like We Race Diecast, where they send the car down and wherever it stops is wherever it stops, and then the next car goes down, and if it passes it, there you go. Pretty straightforward as well. Now for the raffle, how do you get folks entered into the raffle? If you can share that with us. Are you buying tickets? Do you have to just sign up, or how do you get signed up for that raffle? Oh, winner gets all the cars and half the entry fee. Okay, that's for the race. How much is the race? How much does it cost to get into the race? And is there any other special rules? Like, can you bring a car, just any car in that you have tucked away, or does it have to be purchased at the show? So what else, what other rules are there for this race? Because this sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, and I'm sure he's busy typing here as well. So what would you guys like to see us do at Nationals? I mean, we talked about throwing ducks around all over the place, which we could. We can easily do that. Do you want us to do more live content while we're out there? Obviously, we're going to do the live show itself. I don't know if we're going to do it Thursday night or Friday night or a different night altogether. Cars have to be purchased at the show. Is there a cost limit? So do they have to be sold at $1, $2? Can they be premiums, or is it just whatever they buy? Vendor will get numbers to give the buyer. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely time for a change. Your internet is horrible there, Brent. Not your fault either. Okay. So once we wait for Rick to bring up a couple other questions, it's whatever they buy. So if you wanted to race a real rider, you could race a real rider. I think that would be fun. FTEs are fully allowed. They just, like I said, you just have to be able to purchase it at the show, and it can't be opened until you take it to the race. I think that's one other rule I saw. And yeah, that's the risk. You may not get it back. Use it or lose it. So I hope a lot of people can get involved in this. How much does it cost to enter the race, Rick? As he's typing that up in here. Brent, what are you looking forward to at the Sunday show here? I mean, it's kind of our first time with this one. So what is an expectation that you might have? Oh, wow. So pay attention if you're a vendor. Because if you're a vendor and you sell the winning car, you get 10% of those entry fees. Wow. I mean, this is pretty lucrative to put in this race. I mean, $2 to enter, and you get $1 for one rerun. So the most that you're spending is $3, it looks like. Is there a limit to how many cars you can enter, or is it, one car per person? And then they get to rerun that one car once. All right. And while we're waiting for him to hop back in there with the answer to that, we haven't ripped enough cars yet. Only one car per person. Okay, got it. So, we haven't ripped enough cars yet today. Let's get rid of that and let's make me bigger. So reshare some of these. It's $2 to enter, and you get a second chance for $1. Vendor is, where is that? Vendors get 10% of the winnings if they sell the winning car. If you want to buy 10 cars and pay $2 each. Okay, so yeah, it looks like you might be able to enter multiple cars. But remember, you only get to run them 2 times. You get a rerun if you want it. All right. So I feel like ripping another car. I have to say thank you to Nathan Farrakhan because he's held on to this forever. We just have not had a chance to meet up. Okay, let's see if this works. Hey, there's that Brent guy.
Hi, we're going to try the upstairs where I have non-concrete walls to block signals.
Yay! All right. Thank you for helping me out here.
I'm trying.
I really appreciate that.
I got it.
No worries.
With the internet company here when we get done. So
awesome. Okay, so
like that. So you're on your own. So
yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I'd like to say thank you to Rick for giving us all the details for the Wahoo show. Again, 7 to 9 p.m. setup, 7 a.m. setup on Sunday. That 7 to 9 is on Saturday, obviously. If you want to enter the distance race, it's $2 per car. And then if you wanted to run that car again, it's $1, but you only get one rerun. You can enter as many cars as it looks like as you want, but the car must be purchased at the show. And the winning car, that vendor gets 10%. The vendor who sold it gets 10% of the fees. So
very cool.
That's pretty awesome. You get all the winner gets all the cars and a percentage of the race. Oh, that's okay, Rick. We're good. We're making it work. You're doing a great job.
Clearly,
so last race is at 2:30. Okay, perfect. So if you want to come out and support that, we really would appreciate that you support Rick in this show. I think it'll be pretty unique. Okay, so moving on to the last show of the weekend, we do have that one out in Hays, Kansas, run by the Hays Toy Dudes. That's Mark and John. Very good guys. I had actually talked to Mark earlier this week. They couldn't be on because they are working with their food vendor. So they've got 80 tables set up with 40 vendors, and they still have room to go. They could have up to 150 tables as well. So if you get a chance to see these guys, this is their show right here. I'll put that up for everybody as well as Brent sneezing. There's their flyer. Again, it's the 12th in Hays, Kansas at the fairgrounds there. If you have any questions, just email the Hays Toy Show at gmail.com or leave a message for Mark. His number's down there. They have an early bird on Friday from 4 to 6 and at 7 o'clock on Saturday. That fee is $10 for those who are wanting to go. Otherwise, it's $5 admission, and kids 5 and under are free. This is a show that I haven't been to, but I've heard it's really nice, and it should be a good time for all. Mark and John do a great job with it, and we'll be happy to see them out there. Really, that's all that I've got for the night. As well, we do need to rip some cars yet. I know Brent's dying to.
Yes, I am, because I finally got a couple of these, so I can get one of them popped out of here. And this one is the 1991 190 Mercedes E. Actually, the entire explanation for the name of it is the 1990 Mercedes-Benz 190E 2.5-16 Evolution 2. The 190E, that's what we're going with. So this is from the modern, the latest set of the modern classics. Go at that neck finish. The lighting not the best in my room, but that's not that first time. But that's pretty. I like the deco on it. They did a really clean job with it. Overall, looks really, really sweet. So I'm very happy with this one.
And that's a Zamac, pretty much, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't think it's painted.
No, it is not. It's a Zamac with a clear and some tampos on top of it. So, and it looks
nice.
Really. It's got the roof bars for the moldings, and then it has the full detailed for the front and the rear. And they even looks, no, it's
great detail on the rear deco, so that's really cool. And it's got the door handles and some turn signals, and it's a really good looking ride. I'm very happy.
Okay. Awesome. That's a good one. Okay, so my other car for the night is commonly referred to as the doorstop. I think it looks like a wedge. From the Hammer Drops, this is the Lancia Stratos Zero Chase. You know, because we have to set them all free. And then we just have a couple more things. We said it earlier in the show. We'll just kind of repeat it to make sure that everybody did see it, or they can follow up with it again later. There is that black car. Oh, yes. Brent has one more awesomeness to show.
Yeah.
And if you wouldn't mind, just give us a like, a subscribe, and a share on that YouTube link right there. We really appreciate it. It helps us grow our community and share what we're about with everybody else. So, Brent, it's on you again.
All right. So this one is the 1971 Chevy Van G10 from M2. Its nickname is the Warrior, and I did did a little bit of pre-opening. I just did a little bit of cutting here, but I didn't open the whole thing. So that way, you know, I can prove that I'm actually opening it live here. And the funny thing is about this one is I bought it. It was the only one in the store. And it's possibly, and I don't know for sure yet because I won't know until I get it out of this plastic, which is, well, what the world? How does this thing open? I haven't opened one of these before. Oh, it's taped on. Okay, there we go. So now we've gotten it out of its prison, but now we have, oh, well, I don't have a Phillips screwdriver with me at the moment, so I guess I have to get that out of the package, but it's a little Chevy Van lowrider. It's got some great tribal graphics there on the side, got some pinstriping on the front, and on the back it has the Warrior deco and everything like that, and it comes with two little figures that are cool as well. So I'll have to remove it from its plastic death here because, again, I do not have, and I don't know what the little QR code is, but we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, it's screwed to the base, so I cannot remove it from its ear. So,
is the tire still messed up?
Well, that is the problem with this. Is it does appear to have a loose rear axle there. It doesn't quite touch the ground, and then when you flip it over and kind of tap it back in place, it's good again. So we might get it off the plastic here and actually might be taking it apart, see if it's broke or see if it just came undone. But that's one of the perks about M2s is you can actually take them apart. So, well,
maybe they missed.
What's that?
Maybe they missed lug nut day.
Yeah, they might have missed lug nut day. So we'll get that figured out, and I'll post some better pictures of this one and the Mercedes yet after I get it figured out. So,
well, I think that's really about it. Now, you know, we said it earlier in the show. I think we want to just follow up one more time real quick, and then we'll jettison on out of here until next time. But like I said, next week we will not be on Thursday night, but which night will we be on? Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Friday night at 7. And we are going to have, who are we going to have, Brent?
I have Donnie on.
And why do we have Donnie on?
Because St. Louis will be Donnie's first convention. So we thought it'd be fun to kind of get the perspective of someone who's never been to a convention, talk to them and see what they're expecting. And then I believe a week after Nationals, we're going to have Donnie on again. And again, it will be on Friday night as well. And it will be Donnie's recap from the convention as a brand new convention goer. So it'll be kind of neat to see what he expects to see. And then we get to find out on the backside of how it turned out for him. So it's going to be kind of neat to see both sides.
Yep. And then after that, on May 8th, we're going to have Tammy Stangler with Diecast Divas on. I think she's going to invite somebody else to be on the show with her. So again, these ladies here. And again, we're open to anybody who wants to be on. But there it is, Diecast Divas. They're going to be on May 8th. Questions are already done and written. She's happy with them. She's looking forward to it. Again, that's just kind of like the tip of what we're going to be going into this summer. So stay tuned. We've got some more great guests coming up. And again, if you want to be a guest, please let us know. We'll be happy to do it. We've got, I know Jamie Heitis from the Capital City Group is going to be on at some point in the next couple of months as well. And we'd love to hear from everybody, whether they're out on the West Coast, the East Coast, up north, or down south, or all the places in between. So we just want to say thank you, and nothing but peace, love, and applesauce, as Mr. Greg would used to say. We get to see him in like 12 days. You know that, right?
But it depends on when he's coming in. We'll be there.
Well, that's true.
We have to figure out when everybody's starting to arrive. So
I got a little information on that tonight. So,
well, either way, it's going to be an amazing week. I can't wait. It's not to get here soon enough, but unfortunately, it will go way too fast. It always does. So, but either way, excited. Go out, have some fun, see the family, and get to play with little toy cars and race little toy cars. And if you're going to nationals and you're looking for something to do, find us. We have a good idea what's going on. We know where the night races will be held, probably the Hardy Adams Invitational. I believe Mr. Stangler's doing his Midwest War Games. I know that
BPLA.
And there's going to be, let's see, I know Mr. Lee Allen's going to be there. I know Mr. Zornock's going to be there. Pretty sure Mr. Brendan's going to be there. So, yeah, it's going to be a great week. I'm looking forward to it. And can't wait to talk more about it next week on Friday.
Yeah. Lord Wiggins as well.
Yep.
And Chad. And, it's just an amazing group of people. And we're not mentioning everybody. I mean, that's just the thing. There's so many people there, and we could do a whole other hour of just them. So we're going to cut it short for tonight. We got packing to do and plans to make for Des Moines, but we will see you out either Saturday or Sunday. Go support these shows out in Hayes, Kansas, Wahoo, Nebraska, or Des Moines, Iowa. 3 great shows put on by 3 great groups of people. And we really appreciate it. Be kind to each other. Have fun out the pegs. Share the MSCC message with those new folks. And we'll see you all out there. Good night.
Good night, everybody.